This video will show you how to replace your rear door handle on this Toyota Corolla. This will be mounted to your rear door. Let's get into it. Okay friend, let's get started on our job. To be able to remove the outside door handle, we have to remove the inside door panel. To remove the inside door panel, we're starting just behind the inside door handle. You're going to find a small square trap door. You can use a small pocket screwdriver to dislodge that trap door. Now behind that, you'll find a Phillips head screw. Go ahead and remove that screw. Now we're making our way down towards our grab handle and armrest. I'm using a plastic trim tool so we can start separating this. A quick inspection of that armrest will set that aside. Now we're moving from there. We're going to start dislodging the window switch panel. Still using my plastic trim tool here, we'll just gently make our way underneath and pry up as necessary. Along the bottom of that window switch panel, you're going to find an electrical connector. We can disconnect that. It has a locking tab. Go ahead and squeeze that in and dislodge this. A quick inspection for corrosion on both ends. We'll set the switch panel aside. Now we have two Phillips head screws that we're going to remove. Now we're going to start separating the panel from the door itself and pull it away. There's a small access point on the lower corner. It's a good area to grab onto by hand, or you can use a plastic trim tool, whatever's best for you. Just start pulling this straight out and away from the door. Now we have the door panel off. We're looking for this electrical wiring harness. Disconnect the electrical connector. For that, I'm just using a pocket screwdriver for my locking tab. Of course, a quick inspection for corrosion. We'll take hold of our vapor barrier. You want to start pulling this away, but pay attention to this black area making its way around. That's butyl tape. It's extremely sticky. You just want to be careful not to get that on your clothing. Now we're looking along the edge of the door, where the door jamb is. We're going to start removing our door latch from this area. We're using a T27 for each of our 3 Torx screws. Now we should be able to take hold of this area. If you carefully reach inside the door, we want to try to dislodge our door latch. Go ahead and take that and we'll slide it down and out of position. Now if we look inside of this area, you're going to find another T27 mounting bolt. It's deep inside there and it's fairly difficult to see. Now I've got my T27 on an extension so I can make my way deep in this area. The good news about this mounting bolt is it's a captured bolt. Once it's loose, you don't have to worry about it falling inside the door. Now that we have that mounting bolt loose, let's pause on the inside of the door here and we'll make our way to the outside of the door. We can grab hold of this plastic bezel. That's where that mounting bolt was attached to. Now we'll take hold of the outside handle. You're going to give it a slight tug, approximately halfway, and then we're going to slide it towards where that bezel was. That dislodges it, and now it'll roll out of position. Some glass cleaner on a clean rag, and we'll wipe down the mounting surface. These black areas here are a gasket. If either of them have become dislodged, you should be able to rest them in place, and the handle will hold them in position. Now it's time to install that brand new handle. We'll start with the handle itself. When we go to install this handle, you're going to find that you have 2 hooked areas. One along the forward side and one along the rearward side. The rearward side is just a little bit longer, so we need to make sure that we come into both ports at the same time. We'll press this forward and then we can continue on with our bezel. Just start bringing this over. We're going to slide it in and forward. Now it's time for the plastic bezel. Just rest this into position. make our way back inside the door. Now when we go to tighten our T30 mounting screw, we want to make sure we're holding onto that plastic bezel. I'm just going to press that directly against the door, and now we can tighten that mounting screw. Make sure that's nice and tight. Now we're going to carefully reach inside the door and start bringing the latch up into the proper positioning. Here we go. As we bring this in, we can see this circular port. That's properly aligned. We're going to pay attention to our 3 mounting screws next. Start in all 3 of your mounting screws before tightening any of them. Now the next thing we need to do before we go any further is just have a peek inside of the door. What we're looking for is just behind where that latch area is. You can see that we have this red rod that makes its way down with 2 ears. In between those 2 ears, there should be a metal rod. If the metal rod is not in between the 2 ears, you should be able to flex things as necessary, make sure it's in between there, and then we'll continue on. One last quick inspection in this area to confirm that we don't have any tools, and we'll continue on with reinstalling our plastic panel. We'll just take this, make sure we do have access to our wiring harness, and attempt to place it in the same placement as where we had removed it. Once that's stuck in place, we'll continue on with our electrical wiring harness. Line up your connector, press it in. After an audible click, a light tug confirming it's secured. Now it's going to be time for the door panel. As far as installing the door panel, we want to come up nice and high so we can rest this upper lip along the top of the door. Once we have that in place, we'll continue on rolling the rest into place and tap it into the proper positioning. Double check all the way around to make sure you're properly seated. Once you've completed that, we'll continue on with our mounting screws. We'll start with our 2 anchor bolts. These are the larger of the 3 bolts. Now it's time for the window switch and window switch panel. Go ahead and connect in that window switch electrical connector. An audible click, light tug. Now we'll start bringing this down into position, aligning it with its mounting points and driving it straight down. Continuing on, it's time for our armrest. Same process as before, we just want to align things and press it down. Double check to confirm everything's properly seated, and we're making our way up and behind the inside door handle next. We have our Phillips head screw. Install your protective cover. Now that we have everything back together, we're going to test the functionality of the door handle in comparison to the door latch prior to actually shutting the door. It's going to be easiest to fix anything if we do that without the door being shut. To do this, I'm using a 1/4-inch bit driver. The bit driver will act as the striker, which is attached to the body of the vehicle. If you were to shut the door, the latch will go over the striker. Now I'm going to apply pressure, like as if I'm trying to pull the door away, and I'm going to pull on the outside door handle. Just pull that. You can see it releases. Let's test it one more time. Applying pressure, and it releases. Perfect. Now let's just test it by opening and shutting the door. Perfect. Thanks for watching.
When only the best will do, demand TRQ. The only company that lets you view before you do. TRQ is committed to offering the highest quality aftermarket auto parts that are engineered for peace of mind. Thanks for using and viewing with TRQ.